Okay, it's Tuesday, May 25th, and I'm heading out for another storm chase. This is the second day in a row of warm season thunderstorms here in Northern Ireland during May. Yesterday we had a very good chase with Nigel McFarland up at County Donegal, watching a big back building convergence zone thunderstorm rumbling away and producing incredible rainfall for about 4 or 5 hours over the same area. But today is a bit of a day in history for Northern Ireland storm chasers, because we're meeting up with Owen Rice. And for any of you who follow me or follow us, you'll know that Owen Rice and the rest of us run a Facebook page called Ireland/Northern Ireland Storm Chasers. Well, Owen has come up from County Down today. He's arriving in Mahara. I'm going to pick him up. We're going to go chasing together. We're going to head west. There's a setup in the west side of Northern Ireland around the Omagh, Fermanagh, Sperrins area, convergence zone, good instability, possibility of more slow moving, disorganised but strong thunderstorms, flash flooding, a lot of lightning potential, and because of the convergence zones we have funnel cloud potential as well. And there was a beautiful funnel yesterday captured for Northern Ireland that was really fantastic, one of the best in years. But anyway, I'm just waiting on Owen to arrive here, and maybe we'll do a vlog later and let you know how we're getting on. So hopefully we'll see something cool today. Okay, so I've met up with Owen Rice. We just relocated here to Omagh in County Tyrone. We're on top of a mountain called Pigeon Top, which offers an excellent view. This is Owen Rice. He's our chief forecaster from our Facebook page, Northern Ireland Storm Chasers. Owen, good to have you on board today.
Yeah, it's very good to be here. We've got really good views here, so if anything happens, we'll definitely be able to have a sort of good visual on it. We kind of came up here because I saw there was a convergence zone kind of setting up along here, and if the sun can come out, then we can get some decent low level cape, which might, engage for that convergence zone, maybe get us a funnel or something.
Yeah,
but anyway, there's thunderstorms going off just beyond the border. Hopefully they'll drift up along this convergence zone, and maybe we'll get some action later.
I see some tires there.
Yeah,
up there.
I see that, yeah. And there's Calais as well, I think.
That's a good sign. It is.
Yeah.
Every time I see that, something cool always happens. Guaranteed.
Oh, yeah, it looks like
that's a good sign.
There's some cap breaking stuff going on.
Yeah, so we had thunderstorms yesterday, and then again this is our second setup today, and just very briefly, Owen's just going to take us through exactly what's happened today with the synoptics. So for viewers, Owen, members of the page.
So there was an upper low that was over the Bay of Biscay, but it's actually joined back into the main sort of like trough ridge pattern. It's sort of like being absorbed back into it. So it's just kind of turned back into like a trough that is now over us. So it's got like really, so it's almost like this big blob of cold air aloft that's kind of we're kind of sitting in the middle of it, but at the same time, like, because the low at the surface is still dragging up quite moist air kind of from the southeast, sort of up over most of the island, and then it's kind of meeting in the middle. There's convergence zone, and if we can get solar heating underneath this underneath the cold air up there, then maybe we'll get quite a bit of instability, and then that might be helped as well by the converging winds as well at the surface. That might kick off a few thunderstorms, maybe a lot of thunderstorms depending on how much heating we get.
What kind of cloud top temperatures are we talking about today, One in the satellite imagery you last checked, you reckon?
The models were going for like -50. I know GFS was going for like marginal, like -20s and stuff.
Yeah.
Like -20 is good enough. But
-50 was similar to yesterday then, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was some tall storms, and look at this.
That's looking better.
Yeah.
Just for viewers, you mightn't be able to see it in the phone, but we have there's towers hidden in the mid-level cloud. Starting to come through here now.
And also, like
the
mid-level cloud itself is starting to go.
It's actually convective. It is, isn't it? Yeah. It actually has a slightly high-based, elevated convective look about it.
Yeah, that's what I like to see.
So we'll have the two layers turning unstable now, the surface and the mid-levels.
Yeah, so that means
which is a good sign.
The whole atmosphere is kind of unstable at the moment.
So that's good. So we're pretty much just going to wait. This is our base. It's a good strategic position based on model guidance, isn't it? And we'll see what happens here, and then we can change it if we need to.
Surface plots as well. Like if you look at some of the station maps, you can see there's a lot of the wind barbs are kind of like pointing in this direction, and then of course we can see on satellite some of these towers that are going up, but there's even more below the border. So yeah, hopefully at least one rumble of thunder, maybe an EF5 tornado.
Maybe
10
I like the optimism.
10 million lightning strikes.
That's what we want to hear.
Every single wind turbine here is going to be completely destroyed.
I'm game for that.
Acoustics.
Nice setup. Microphone.
Trying to untangle these XLRs here.
That's good stuff. So, and this is specifically for picking up acoustics of thunder, the better quality.
Yeah. So I've got two Primo EM272 lavalier mics. They're Omni. They've 2 XLR inputs into this Zoom F3.
Yeah.
Records in 32-bit WAV, so like even if the thunder gets super loud, it probably won't clip. And yeah, I've got them spaced here for just a good stereo image.
Nice. Okay, so it's now 2 o'clock and we're joined here by Nigel McFarland as well, and we've just relocated down the road a little bit to this wind turbine farm, and the first storms of the day have erupted in this area. We've got 2 rumbles of thunder already, so we're now got the gear set up and to see if we get a few CT strikes. Okay, now it's approaching the end of the day. We have nice towering cumulus going up in the proximity of Loch Nine. Over in the distance here is a sail at the bottom of the loch. We've heard rumbles of thunder. We've Colleen Webb here now has joined us in the loch. How you doing, Colleen? We've Owen here setting up his equipment again. We're been action non-stop all day, starting and stopping. This is like routine now. And Nigel setting up a lightning trigger down here. So we're hoping this will give us a few rumbles. And it's lovely and warm. There's still energy. And Rhea is chilling. Good girl, Rhea. Okay.
Yeah, how powerful that rumble was.
Okay, so we have Nigel McFarland here set up with the DSLR with the lightning trigger. And we've got an updraft here developing nicely. And we have a storm at the bottom end of the loch, which you hear rumbling. Owen Rice is here, our forecaster from the grip. He's got the GoPro set up. He's got his video camera with twin stereo microphones. Checking the sky. And Colleen's over here, DSLR, ready shooting the storm down the bottom end of the loch. Okay, so we now have storm number 2 at the loch. It's a beauty and it's rumbling away. Draft plumes just going up right now in the heat. Nice crepuscular ray coming down off that tower.